Hello everyone. So here in this session, again we are going to talk about while loop. But we are going to understand that why do we call while loop an indefinite loop. So let's understand with the help of an example. While waiting for the food to arrive, we were happy to sit and chat in the relaxing surroundings. So here this term while is indicating a time period which is uncertain, that how long we waited for the food is not sure, is not known, or till what time we waited for the food. Another example, he read his book while waiting for the bus. Here again, the time period is not mentioned, is not certain, that how long he waited for the bus. So that's why this is known as an indefinite loop, because the time is indefinite. So let's understand this example, which we have done in our previous session also. Here the value of n is 5 and we are going to check that whether n is greater than 0 or not. And if the condition becomes true, then we have two statements to be executed. Once the condition will become false, then we will come out from the loop and again we are going to execute two more statements. So let's see how does it work. N is 5, we are checking the condition. Condition becomes true because 5 is greater than 0. Then we are coming inside the loop and we are printing the statement along with decrementing the iteration variable. And finally the value is printed on the screen. Then we are again going back and checking the condition that whether 4 is greater than 0 or not. Condition becomes true. We are again entering inside the loop, printing 4 and decrementing the iteration variable. It has become 3. Now 3 is greater than 0 or not. Condition becomes true. So finally it is printed onto the output screen and again my iteration variable is decremented by 1. Now the condition is 2 is greater than 0 or not. Condition becomes true again. Then we are following again both the steps and going back and checking 1 is greater than 0 or not. Again the condition is true. So we are repeating these steps again, but after decrementing my iteration variable this time, the n value has become 0 and now my condition is whether 0 is greater than 0 or not. So in this case, what will happen? The condition will become false and we will come out from the loop and will print two statements. First is out of the loop and second is the value of n. So here is the result, out of the loop and 0. So these are the repeated steps followed by while loop. Next, n value started printed from 5 and reached till 1, because we are printing the numbers in reversing order. Next example of while loop, where we have taken the value of n as 0 and we are checking the condition as n is greater than 0 or not. So my condition becomes false in the very beginning. And if the condition becomes false, we are not supposed to enter inside the loop, but will directly come down and will print two statements which are written as dry off and the value of n. So what is happening in this loop? Actually, n is 0, n is greater than 0 or not, condition becomes false and we are directly coming out from the loop. That means not even a single time we entered inside a loop, and the statements which are written inside will be discarded completely. This is the reason that we call this while loop a zero trip rule according to this example. Next example is while infinite loop. Why do we call while an infinite loop? Let's understand this. We take the value of n as 5. we are coming down and checking the condition, whether 5 is greater than 0 or not. Condition becomes yes, of course, 5 is greater. We are coming inside the loop and we are printing our statements as wash and then rinse. Then we are going back and checking the condition again, whether 5 is greater than 0 or not. Condition becomes yes again. So what are we doing? We are again coming down and printing our statement. We are going back and again we are checking our condition. Condition becomes true. So we will come inside the loop and again will print. So what is happening and what is wrong with the loop? Again and again we are checking the condition. We are coming inside the loop and we are executing our statement. But when will I come out from my loop? The question is this. So the answer is here, that n is greater than 0 will remain true always. And what is the reason behind? That I haven't used my increment or decrement statement inside my while loop. So n value is 5 and forever it will remain 5. And forever my condition will remain true. That is why we are calling it an infinite loop. There is no end. And what happens when my loop becomes infinite loop? It creates a burden on my computer, which is really a bad thing. This no portion is this print dry off. Because we are never coming out from the loop, so this portion is completely discarded. So I'll never get printed dry off statement onto my screen in this case. For this, we have a solution. But before moving ahead onto the solution, I must show you coding example for the same. I'm taking the value of n as 0 and checking the condition as n is greater than 0 or not. After checking the condition, coming inside the loop, and I'm writing inside the loop and n plus is equal to 1. Outside the loop, I'm passing one more statement. Outside the loop, and then I'm printing my value of n. So let's run it. So what is happening? I got printed my two statements which were written outside the loop, that is outside the loop, and the value of n. So my value of n was earlier 0. Because after checking condition, I never entered inside the loop. So the counter variable, or I can say the iteration variable, never incremented by any number. That's why it is printing n as 0 at the output screen. Another example. This was an example of why do we call our while loop a zero trip rule. Because not even once it has taken a trip of the statement. Another example, if I change the statement like this, n is equal to 5. And inside my while loop also, I have given n plus is equal to 1 in place of n minus is equal to 1, right? So what will happen? So let's run it, press F5. And as you can see that the loop will keep on running and running. And this will literally run until your computer's battery runs out, or you unplug it, or you hit some escape or whatever, like I'm doing it. So this is really a bad thing to do because it locks up the computer. And this is the reason behind having an iteration variable and put it logically inside the loop. As you can see that in place of n minus is equal to 1, I placed n plus is equal to 1. So here my logic was wrong, which converted my loop into an infinite loop. Now let's move on. So here is my program which I have discussed right now, and the solution for the problem is a break statement. So let's discuss breaking out from a loop. Like once I'm facing this kind of situation that my loop is keep on running and running and running. So how to break it out? So here is the solution. The break statement ends the current loop and jumps to the statement immediately following the loop. It is like a loop test that can happen anywhere in the body of loop. So here is an example and here is an output. But before understanding this example, I must understand the word true, which is written in place of my condition. So this is a Boolean value and a keyword. As you can see that my true word is also appearing in orange color. So this is a kind of keyword. But what is true? As we have heard already that Boolean values are true and false. So if I place this true Boolean value over here along with while, so what does it mean? That my while loop will keep on running continuously until and unless the break statement will not be encountered. So let's start with the execution of the program. First, we are entering into the loop because my loop is saying that it is true. So accepting the input from the user side, hi. After that, we are checking a condition that whether line is equal to done or not. Condition becomes false. So we are not entering into my statement, but I'm coming out directly from the statement and printing the line which was input by the user. Next time, it will go back and will check the condition, and the condition is true. We are entering inside the loop and we are again accepting the input from the user, hello. After that, we are checking it, whether it is done or not, and the condition becomes false. Once it becomes false, we are coming out of the statement and printing the variable line. Next time again, we are moving back for checking the condition, and as it is written true, so it is true for always. We are entering inside the loop and checking the, and accepting the input from the user side, and the user is saying, you there? We are again checking the condition. Condition becomes false, of course, and we are printing the line. Next time again, we are moving back. And as usual, we are entering into the loop and accepting the input from the user. And finally, this time my user is saying done. We'll check the condition and this will become true. So once the condition becomes true, we enter inside the statement. And once we enter inside the statement, we found a word break, which is saying that please get out from the loop. After saying get out from the loop, the control will get shift outside the loop, and where it is getting one statement printed, finally done. And finally, it will be printed onto my screen. So basically, break word we use to come out from the loop in such situation where my while loop is infinite. Another statement in the continuation is a continue statement, which is again very important statement. So what my continue statement says? It says that continue statement ends the current iteration and jumps to the top of the loop and starts the next iteration. So what does it mean? Like my break, it is not asking me to get out from the loop, but it is asking me to continue with the next iteration, right? So let's have a look. We are entering into the loop as we have written a Boolean value while true. After entering inside the loop, we have a variable num which is going to accept a number from the user. And let's say very first time the user has entered 4. So we are checking whether 4 is greater than 0 or not. And we got that the condition is true. So when the condition is true, it has printed positive and going back again to check the condition. And of course, as usual, that it is written true. So my condition is always true. We are entering again inside the loop and asking from the user to enter a number again. Let's say again my user is entering a number as -3. So first we'll check if -3 is greater than 0 or not. Condition becomes false. So we are jumping onto another condition which is in the sequence. Num is less than 0. Here my condition becomes true. So what will happen? After entering inside the statement, there is a keyword continue. So continue says that go to the top and do the next iteration. So again, we are going back and checking the condition, which is always true. We are entering inside, accepting a number from the user. Let's say again, my user is entering -5. So checking the condition, first condition becomes false. Second condition becomes true. Again, we are getting continue as a keyword. So again, the control will get shift to the top of the loop and will check the condition. After checking condition, as usual, this is true. So we are entering inside the loop and again accepting a number from the user. And this time my user has entered 0. So my first condition and my second condition both are false, because 0 is neither greater than 0 nor less than 0. But my third condition is there that my 0 is equal to 0. But once my condition becomes true, then we are getting one more keyword break, which we have already discussed, which says immediately that get out from the loop. And once we are coming out from the loop, we have one statement thrown out of the loop, which will be displayed onto my output screen. So this is all about my continue and break. The only difference is break throw you out from the loop and continue again take you back to the condition for the next iteration. So it's a little hard sometimes to verify that these things are perfect. Sometimes it's a little tricky to make sure that the loop will terminate. So let's understand this with the help of an example, coding example. So we have one already written program over here, and we are going to continue understanding this. So here there is a statement while true. So true Boolean value we have used over here, which says that your while loop will remain true always and forever. After entering inside the loop, there is a number which we are going to accept from the user side at the runtime. Then we'll check the conditions and accordingly I'll get the execution of my step. So let's continue with it. Press F5. So what is happening? Enter the number 4. So once my number is greater than 0, it will print positive. If I say 0, because I did not give any condition for the same, so it is not printing anything, right? If I say 5, it is again giving me positive. But if I enter any negative number, then it will break it. That means the while loop is broken down. And your break keyword has thrown you out from the loop. And finally, there is nothing to be printed onto the screen as we have not given any statement over here to be printed once we are coming out from the loop. Let's modify the same using continue. If I say continue, so what will happen? Once the user will input a negative number, the control will automatically shift to the top of the loop. Now, there is one more condition if num is equal to 0, which I checked earlier in the same example. So what will happen? It will break it down. So let's have a look. How does my continue and break both work? enter a number. I'm saying, let me adjust my screen once so that I can show you it properly. Just hold on. Yeah, enter a number. I'm saying 5. So it is positive. I say -2. So what's happened? The control has been shifted to the top of the loop, and again my user is asking me to enter a number. Let's say again I'm entering -9. Again the control has been shifted to the top, and the user is instructed to ask me a number. Let's say I'm saying 3. Because under my num greater than 0, there is a statement to be printed positive, so it has been printed over here. And once I'll enter 0, then what will happen? The break keyword will be encountered, which says please get out from the loop. And as usual, we have come out from the loop because we are supposed to follow the instructions given in the program. So it is all about break and continue. Up next, we will switch from using while to using for and talk about definite loop. Till then, goodbye and thank you.